All right, here's the video everybody saw.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
That's crazy.
Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No, don't.
His hands is behind his back when he punched him. Yeah. See if I can get it. That's what the public is up in arms about, the punching. Yeah, see this? His hands are actually behind his back. Yeah.
Stop fighting.
Sheriff.
So, good evening. Of course, I'm Sheriff T.K. Waters. This is Director Ed Cayenne from our Director of Homeland Security and Investigations. Our integrity unit also falls underneath him. That's why he's joining me up here this evening. Today, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is releasing information regarding the circumstances of William Anthony McNeil Jr.'s arrest on February 19th of
It always looks better when it's black officers addressing this.
2025. Yesterday, while I was in church, JSO became aware that cell phone camera footage purportedly of this arrest was circulating on social media. At my direction, the agency immediately began both a criminal and administrative review of the officer's actions. These administrative reviews are ongoing, but the State Attorney's Office has determined that none of the involved officers violated criminal law. Even though the administrative review has yet to be completed, we are releasing the body-worn camera footage today because Officer Bowers has consented to its release and waived his officer's Bill of Rights pertaining to the discrete piece of evidence. Because the administrative review is pending, the officer's Bill of Rights prevents me from releasing any additional information beyond these videos, as it is confidential under Florida Statute 112.532. As JSO's leader, I have vowed to be open and transparent with the public that we serve. Whether the information shared reflects well in this agency or not, I have always done my very best to tell the public exactly what's going on within the agency.
Hey, Kev, get out of the car. Yeah, we got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. But before we get to today's video, I want y'all to hear about my new giveaway, 4250 King Ranch and Camper and 10,000 cash. To get in and win, just go to my website. If you be a VIP member, you get extra entries, you get all kinds of deals, or you can just buy any of my merchandise, my swag, my coffee, or anything. You get automatically in and win. All right, so the sheriff, he's coming out. They're releasing additional angles, not just the cell phone camera that we saw in critique yesterday. Yeah, I need some more angle action. Yeah, so he's going to release some angles, but he's going to give a statement first explaining what happened. Okay. So he's pretty much saying that dude deserved everything that happened to him.
When there are allegations of officer misconduct, our agency thoroughly investigates those allegations. And when allegations of officer misconduct are sustained, we hold officers accountable, as I've done many times in the past. In this case, the cell phone camera footage that began viral circulation over the weekend does not comprehensively capture the circumstances surrounding this incident, and that is to be expected. Part of that stems from the distance and perspective of the recording cell phone camera. Another part of it stems from the fact that the cell phone camera did not capture the events that preceded Officer Bowers' decision to arrest McNeil. Moreover, cameras can only capture what can be seen and heard. So much context and depth are absent from recorded footage because the camera simply cannot capture what is known to the people depicted in it. As a 33-year law
I like the way he put that. That was eloquent. Yeah.
enforcement officer, I understand the importance of thorough and complete investigations. One piece of evidence considered in a vacuum without any context can lead to skewed conclusions. When incomplete cell phone camera footage becomes the basis on which public opinion turns, the results can be equally faulty.
Wait a minute, stop. That footage, the cell phone footage, is very damning. I'm sure that body cam footage is going to even be more damning. Well, he's saying you're missing context. Missing context? Yeah, that dude deserved it. You didn't see what happened before that. The cop said, "Bam!" He had good reason to do that. That's what he's saying.
Judgment, whether it be in a criminal investigation or a court of public opinion, can lead to flawed conclusions. Tonight, I'm sharing the footage from the body-worn cameras of the arresting officer, Officer D. Bowers, and two of the assisting officers, Officer D. Miller and Officer G. Curse so that the public has more complete understanding of this incident. Before I deliver the currently available information and play the relevant body-worn camera, I want to be clear about something. Yes, there absolutely was force used by the arresting officers, and yes, that force is ugly. But as I've said many times before, the reality is that all force, all violence is ugly. And just because force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful or contrary to policy. But moreover, I want to provide the public with some background information pertinent to this incident. Since January 1st, 2025, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has been involved in 38,805 traffic stops. Even as I speak, that number is climbing. The overwhelming majority of these tens of thousands of traffic stops were made without incident. After this traffic stop on February 19, 2025,
he's trying to add some more context. Yeah, but
McNeil was arrested for resisting a police officer without violence, driving on a suspended driver's license, and possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana. On February 20.
I mean, what? I don't care about that marijuana. I don't care about marijuana. Yeah, let me go back.
Made without incident. After this traffic stop on February 19, 2025, McNeil was arrested for resisting a police officer without violence, driving on a suspended driver's license, and possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana. On February 20, 2025, McNeil pled guilty to and was adjudicated guilty of resisting a police officer without violence and driving on a suspended driver's license. Those pleas of guilty were accepted by a local judge who found them to have been factual basis and to have been voluntarily made by McNeil. After the resolution of this criminal case, McNeil took custody of his cell phone, the one he presumably used to record the footage that was shared on social media on March.
Yeah, obviously they had no idea he was on his cell phone. Right. I wonder why. Right.
March 5th, 2025. At no time, February to now, did McNeil contact JSO to file a complaint, nor share with the agency the cell phone footage that is circulated on social media. As I said earlier, immediately upon becoming aware of this footage, JSO began a criminal and administrative investigations into the incident. Had McNeil filed a complaint, JSO would have started this investigation at that time. But we were not aware of this allegation or of improper use of force before this weekend. As this is agency's pattern of practice in any circumstance of use of force, the relevant body-worn camera footage was reviewed by multiple levels of supervision. However, as you'll see in short order, the body-worn camera footage does not capture Officer Bauer's response to resistance when McNeil was seated in the driver's seat. As I explained, although the State Attorney's Office has deemed it not criminal, the response to resistance is now subject of a pending administrative review to determine if Bauer's conduct violated JSO policy. The law requires that a person comply with the police officer's commands during a traffic stop. This is extremely important. There are not options. If you disagree, take care of it someplace else, but not on the side of the road. No one enjoys being the subject of a traffic stop, and there are times in which citizens dispute circumstances of their stops, but the law is clear. A person must comply with an officer's commands, even if that person disagrees with that officer's reasons for the stop. Within 21 seconds of his civil stop, or civil traffic infractions, driving without illuminated headlights during rain or failure to wear a seatbelt, McNeil refused to provide stopping officers with his driver's license and registration. 14 seconds later, he locked his car door and refused to exit the vehicle, despite being told many times that he was under arrest. Moreover, McNeil was warned 7 times that he needed to open the door and exit because he was under arrest for resisting an officer without violence, or police would be forced to break his car window. Soon after McNeil was outside his car, officers found a large, unsheathed serrated knife on the driver's side floorboard. Now I'll play relevant portions of the body-worn camera of the 3 officers, Officer Bowers, the stopping and arresting officer, Officer Miller.
Yeah, Bowers is the one who got them happy fists going.
The second responding officer who spoke to McNeil from the passenger side of the vehicle, and Officer Curse, one of the assisting officers.
There it is. This sheriff runs a professional organization. Yeah. Got the news there, got his TV set up, gave a professional statement. Yeah. Let's check out this body cam. Is it raining? Nope. But I guess it's cloudy. Nobody else have their lights on. Look at the cars going by. Look at that. Ain't nobody got their lights on. Right. Well lit.
Inclement weather, you have no lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. It's not raining. It's not raining.
It's not raining. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration proof.
Are these cars going down the street? Do they have lights? It doesn't look like it.
Excuse me? I've already told you. Step out here.
So he put him over for not having. Is the cops' lights on? His headlights? No, they're not on. Interesting. Actually, quite a car. Now, this guy is not following commands. I get that. I totally get that. But he's playing the game. He's trying to coax the cop. He's trying to coax the cops into doing something wrong where he can get money. That's his whole point in doing this. Right. I understand that. The cops should understand this too. Yeah, yeah.
Anybody responding from Commonwealth, you want to be please. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand?
Resisting is a secondary charge. You can arrest him for obstruction. I guess he's going to arrest him for not having his driver's license. Doesn't have a driver's license. Yeah, but I don't know if he already knows that or not. Yeah, but he's being detained for a traffic stop, so he's doing an investigation. The proper thing to say is, they say they're going to arrest him for resisting. He's obstructing. Yeah, he's not resisting arrest. He's obstructing. Right.
Under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
That cop doesn't have his headlights. Wait, back up. Let's make sure. All I see is his Christmas lights on. Yeah.
Take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
So that police officer doesn't have his headlights on, and the car the cop pulled over and initiated the stop. His lights not on. I see multiple cars going up down the road. They don't have the headlights on. Now the law is if it's raining, cloudy, foggy, rainy, that's the law in that area. So I get it, but it's a subjective call. A lot of people are going up and down the street. They don't have their headlights on. So I think what they were doing, they were fishing. They figured he was good for something, so they pulled him over. But they may already know that his registration is invalid, it's expired, and he doesn't have a license. They may already know all this. Yeah, they might have ran his plates, and the driver has a suspended license. Yeah, so. yeah.
So there's the last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
You should have warned him. After we break the window, we're going to punch you in the face while you sit calmly and protest in your seat.
Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. You are under.
See, he keeps saying you're under arrest for resisting arrest. That's what he's saying, right? Resisting means you're resisting arrest. No, he's not resisting arrest. He never was under arrest. He's obstructing. Yeah. Because he failed to give. Well, we're not law enforcement. So. And then, but it doesn't seem like he's. Well, and then after he failed to provide his documents and get out of the car, he said you're under arrest, right? Yeah. Now you're resisting arrest. But I think initially he said you're going to be arrested for obstruction if you don't provide your documents. If you don't get out of the car, that's obstructing. Because he's, I don't know. Maybe he's just using the wrong language, Kevin. Yeah.
Under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
will say this: resisting arrest, that's the secondary charge. What's the primary charge? Yeah, it will be obstructed. Okay, yeah. She said hands behind your back. Hands behind your back, and his hands already behind his back. I wanted a far away. Well, the camera's too close. Yeah, but we're already seeing the other angle. Yeah. He actually has his hands behind his back, and there's a fist. That same white fist is going up against his face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But,
I was putting my hands behind my back. I was going, I'm talking now, man. Ain't no talking. You're under arrest. Yes, bro.
None of those cops have their headlamps on. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying that camera footage is inconclusive because you don't see any force being used. You don't see any punches. Yeah, you don't see it. This angle actually sucks. Yeah. The driver's angle is a lot better. Yeah.
Marijuana in my pocket. Yes, it is. So why close the door if you see him come up? He was. Man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do that. I was resisting, idiot. I didn't do that.
Well, your registration is expired and you have no driver's license. You did do something wrong. Yeah, I think the reason for them pulling you over was bogus. The headlamps? Yeah, the headlamps. I think at that point, you can't argue with the police or you're supposed to comply with their commands. I think their force was excessive, but so far, I mean, the cops are in the right unless their stop can be overruled and say that was against his constitutional rights, which I think it was. Yeah, if the reason for the stop was just no headlamps on, it looks bogus because everybody else is not driving up down the street without no lamps. It looked like they just used it as a pretext, a reason to pull him over because they figured he was good for something. Right. But I'm not a judge. I'm not law enforcement. They just have to go through the court process. But cops do that a lot. Yeah, they've done that to me a lot in my younger days. They'll stop me for bogus reasons. Yeah, but I will search my car. Yeah, but I would comply, and they would just let me go with a warning. Yeah. I would just. I'm gonna laugh if this is the only angle the cops show.
Start rescue. 67. Approximately 3-year-old problem. Last race to the left.
They showing their hands are swollen. Wonder why? Because you punched the guy.
No.
It shows you how hard he hit him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's good? Yeah, you were him. Okay.
Is that the only angle? We'll see.
Be Officer Miller.
This cop right here tired. He wouldn't go to sleep. Go home. He's tired of standing up there looking all locked and cocked.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to comply. Hey, unlock the car. I'm gonna push it up.
Okay, this is a better angle.
You are under arrest for resisting. Under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply. So, yes. Correct. Huh? Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess stopped you?
He pulled me over.
Yeah.
Off my door, my window don't work.
Oh yeah.
And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
Okay.
there's multiple people here.
Okay, that's still a legitimate reason to pull somebody over.
There's no way.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on. Huh? Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will. Huh? All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand.
You still don't see him socking him in the face? Yeah, you missed it, yeah.
What's your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right.
Behind your back, man. We just stand behind your back. What's wrong with you?
2574, let's enter this regular custody.
Stop. They don't talk down, man. They don't talk.
You're under arrest.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
These two body cam, it's too close. It's the footage is give you additional context, but actually the best footage was what was filmed from inside the car. Right.
Yeah, let's take it off now. Yeah. That's not gonna work. When the accident step out of the vehicle, you should have done that.
So you're part of it in the act.
Marijuana in the right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him put up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, but I didn't do nothing wrong.
Resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Camera rolling there.
Get back up to the car.
See, it seems like they're just pulling them over for the headlamps, not because of the expired registration, not because of the suspended driver's license. Right. All about these headlamps not being on. Right, right. See, all of them showed up with no headlamps on.
I did. You did? I know. You should have put some gloves on, bro. No.
This is the dude. I think he's the only guy that punched. I think it was a couple guys who threw punches.
Oh, yeah. Here. Huh? What? The knife? Yeah, I see it.
Well, that sticks. From you?
Hey, I actually don't give a damn what they found in the vehicle. It's all if you had probable cause to stop him. Which it sounds like you did if you knew his driver's license was suspended and you knew his registration was expired. Yeah, that was discovered after the fact. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it looked like they would have mixed that if they knew.
See that knife?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest concerns.
And you see what's right there, right there closely?
There's dark.
That knife is crazy. Dude ride around with a butcher knife. Got a butcher knife in him. Man, that is crazy. That's Rambo. Got the compass on there and everything. That's a Rambo knife. Yeah, that knife is crazy. But it has no reason why that's not the reason why they stopped it. Right, right. But that's suspicious. Yeah, that is. A sub-Saharan rolling around with a knife like that?
So I've said many times before, social media is not reality. One video clip devoid of context can be very misleading. Given that McNeil never brought this incident to JSO's attention, but rather pushed the cell phone camera footage that he had in his possession since March 5th out on social media, one can only assume, and I'm saying I assume, that he intended to inflame the public. The administrative process is still ongoing, and as such, I will neither defend nor commend Officer Bauer's response to resistance until all the facts are known and the investigation is completed. However, as the leader of this agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer. McNeil was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence. Force absolutely looks ugly. And because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that's still what we're investigating. The State Attorney's Office, once again, has reviewed the case materials and determined that Officer Bauer's actions are not criminal. Now, JSO will conduct a thorough investigation to determine whether Officer Bowers acted appropriately with respect to JSO policy. When an officer does wrong, and I think every one of you know this and everyone that's listening, I will stand up here and tell you straight. And likewise, when officers justifiably use force, I'll stand up here also and I'll tell you straight. I ask the public for its patience as the administrative process is completely, competently completed. Once we've determined whether Officer Bowers acted within policy or not, I will immediately share that determination with the public. Out of an abundance of caution, pending the outcome of this administrative review, Officer Bowers has been stripped of his law enforcement authority. Effective immediately, all video footage presented in this briefing is available on all JSO social media platforms, YouTube, and JSO's transparency page. So I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have right now. Yeah, Eric? Yes, sir.
I know that he was charged with resisting arrest without violence.
Yep.
But there was, when I go back and look at the other video, from the cell phone video,
Yeah.
I can understand the officer punching the window out. But what I don't understand is, and I know you said that this was not ruled criminal, sucker punching the guy in the jaw.
First of all, let me stop you. Not a sucker punch. I'm not excusing that administratively. I'm going to say that to you one more time. I'm not excusing that administratively. There are things that we definitely need to look at. But the context of this video should tell you everything you need to know.
Well, again,
Well, the full context does not excuse the cop punching him unnecessarily in the face. Yeah. I
think
understand
it looks like
breaking a window to get him out of the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, but punching someone while they're in the car and not throwing punches, I'm not cool with that at all.
it looks like it's a sucker punch because he's looking straight. And you see this.
Right.
Okay, and then you see them pull him out, and you see a couple of punches to the face. Now, again, I understand breaking the window, but he charged him with resisting arrest without violence. So I saw a lot of violence. I think the public saw a lot of violence against somebody that was not violent.
Well, first of all, Eric, don't try to talk the public into what they saw. They just saw the same videos you saw. So what we're doing, what I'm saying is that it is what it is. This is the information that I want to share with the public in context without a short clip. It's very important to do that because it provides a lot of information to the public.
And you brought up
It's important, let me finish. It's important for the people to know that you're not allowed to resist a police officer when he's doing his lawful duties. It's been.
I totally get that. But just because the guy that crossed not doing what you tell him to do doesn't give you the right to do whatever you want at that point. Yeah. I think that traffic stop was bogus. What, with the headlamp? Yeah, the police officer are driving without their headlamps on. I see cars, multiple cars going up down the road. I think it was just a pretext to stop him. I understand what the driver did was wrong. He should have just complied. I would have just complied.
Yeah, of course.
But when he didn't comply, the force that was used, I think was a bit excessive.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Been dealt with in several different times. You don't resist when you're doing your lawful duties. You don't deserve to get violated, but you deserve to get what's necessary to get you under control and get you, and take you into custody. So I'll leave there. I'll go with. Go ahead.
One of the
Jake.
discrepancies people were seeing between the police report and what we saw in the video, I think what we saw in that video was the allegation that McNeil had reached down for the knife. That was in the police report. But
Where'd you see? What police report did you see that
in the arrest report for McNeil, that was stated that the officer saw him, reach for the knife that was on the floorboard. The video that was posted to social media, and even in there, I couldn't see any clear indication. I mean, do you see that when you're watching?
No, actually, I don't see where his hands are. I can't assume, Jake. No one can assume. I operate, and we operate off facts and facts alone. I can't make assumptions. All I can go by when I read those things is what's stated in the report. I'm not saying whether it's true or whether it's not. I'm saying no one sees his hands at that point. He says, put your hands up, then his hands come up.
They never saw that knife in that car, don't they?
Nah, I think they discovered that after the fact. I think that police officer is doing some creative writing.
Yeah, because the way they, when they showed the knife, just like, you see that?
Yeah.
It's like it was the first time they saw it.
Yeah, their reaction.
Yeah.
And and the officers never did say anything about the knife. Say, hey, don't touch that knife. Don't touch the knife. Keep your hands up.
Yeah,
Keep
exactly.
your hands up.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, they saw that knife. They said, oh, you see that right there?
Yeah.
That's
So,
when they discovered the knife.
if that's in the police report like that, journalist has asked the question, that's creative writing.
Yeah.
It was after the strike to the face. Like I said, again, I'm not trying this case in front of the public. I'm trying to give the public the information in context of what happened. No one saw his hands at that point. Don't know what happened from there, but that's part of the investigative process. Yes, ma'am.
So did officers take custody of the cell phone that he was using to record the incident?
Yes. Put it in the property room.
Okay, that also was not in the report.
But he got it back with all the information still on it.
So can I get back to the sucker punch?
The young lady back there had a question. We can get back to you in a second, Harry.
Back to the
Was it characterized a level that a response to resistance report was generated?
Yes.
Has that been reviewed? And it's still under review? What was the outcome?
So here's the process. When force is used, a response to resistance report is written. It goes to the supervisors. The supervisors then, at that point, review body cam footage. So they would have reviewed this. But you can't see, admittedly, you can't see the strike at all. So it's very difficult. Had they seen that, it probably would have risen to another level to where somebody else would have gone further. Which is why we didn't really know at that time that all this had taken place.
When you get pulled over by the cops, you can't argue with the cops. You have to do what they say. You argue about it after the fact. You filed a complaint or something like that.
Yeah.
Which they had every right to pull him out of the car because he was obstructing. And they have the authority to pull him over without his headlamps on. But I think that was just a pretext just to... They don't pull every car over without street lamps. They pull the people over they want to pull over without street lamps. That's just...
No,
I'm just keeping everything 100.
No, they don't pull people for that. They will pull you over if they think there's something else going on in the car.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the punching was excessive.
Yeah. I did too.
Yeah, so...